jasmine, oolong, green, and white. Long ago, these 4 teas were skillfully brewed at the Blissful Brew. Then, everything changed when the shop's popularity threatened its existence. All Mr. Okuran, the shop's owner and tea master, could do was to recruit 4 teenage orphans to learn his trade and staff his shop. A year has passed since the orphans were hired, and although their skills have progressed, they still have a lot to learn before they can brew anything. But I believe that they have the potential to make the Blissful Brew the greatest tea shop in the world.
Is everyone okay?
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be 6.
Wait, where's Prince?
Prince! Prince! Oh no! He's still in the house!
All right, everybody, and it is your final match of tonight. We have our reigning champion, Jin Fu, who is coming in on the right side of the ring. Look at him, folks. Everybody give him a big hand as he steps up into the ring. Isn't he amazing? Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he strong? And coming up for the left side of the ring, representing the fresh new meat, we have Brock Lee. He's the new guy, new in town, trying to take on the champ for the title. We'll see if he's able to do it tonight. Can I hear a round of applause for the new kid? That's right. All right, everybody, now it's time for the match that you've been waiting for. We've got Jin Fu versus Brock Lee in 3, 2, 1, fight! Connor, you are Brock Lee. You are in the fighting ring. Your opponent is across from you. He's looking big and bad. He's looking angry. He's looking scary. What are you doing? The fight has begun.
I'm going to start with, what is their principle? What is that? Because I was looking under evade and observe, and you can ask their principle. Like, what is? Like,
oh, yeah. So, like, on your character sheet, you have that, like, right or left, the kind of like darker to the lighter side. Oh, Those are their principles. Right
gotcha. There. I can plead.
Don't hurt me, Jinfu.
Jeez. Okay.
That'd be amazing.
No, I think
what a start. That would not get the crowd excited for you, I can tell you that much. It's like in Avatar when the firebender dude comes walking out at Earth Rumble Stadium and everyone's like, boo, you suck, go back to the Fire Nation. And he's just standing there like doing the Pledge of Allegiance for the Fire Lord.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mark 1 fatigue and use smash to try and destabilize something in the environment. I want to make the platform we're on.
Okay.
I want to make it as rough and jagged and just not a flat surface as I can.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I mark 1 fatigue.
Well, you would first we got to do. I think we'd have to roll off. So you have to figure out which of the 3 options, like the primary options that you want to take.
Oh, the 3 options?
Yeah. Like so, evade and maneuver, attack, and.
Oh, this is evade and observe.
Okay. So you're choosing that, and then you're going to roll, and depending on what you roll, you'll get to use a number of your like learned techniques and things like that.
All right. So I roll with creativity, so I get +1. 3.
Okay. So
jeez, that's bad.
I believe that means that you are going to miss out on
Any kind of evade and observe?
I believe so.
Oh, it looks like Brock is KOing it a day.
That peachy. Do I still have to mark a fatigue?
Yeah. So on a no. So yeah, on a 7 to 9, you can use a basic or mastered technique. He's going to take, and technically he would have done this first, but I digress. Since you rolled badly, it doesn't really matter. But he was going to take, so you go in order. So you would, whoever chose defend and maneuver goes first. If you chose advance and attack, you go second. If you choose evade and observe, you go third. He would have taken a defend and maneuver, and he is going to seize a position. So basically all he is doing is actually just rushing closer to you. Heavy footsteps slamming into the platform below. You can feel the platform rumble as he rushes towards you. He's not like a big, like in the sense of like hefty man. He's fairly muscular for sure, but I mean, all things considered, he's about average size. But with his earthbending, he's really shaking the ground beneath him as he runs towards you, ready for an attack, and he approaches. So basically, that's all he's doing. He's seizing a position that's closer to you. He's keeping you. He's kind of getting an advantageous position to keep you from, kind of escaping his capability. So. Okay. If you want to, you can choose to mark 1 fatigue in order to block his ability to get closer to you, and you would be able to find a way to sort of escape. That's up to you.
I will not mark a fatigue. I will roll for punch where it matters. When you assess the situation, you can always ask who or what here is the most vulnerable to me, even on a miss. Remember to take +1 on going to act in accordance with the answer.
Okay, and what
Oh, assess the situation.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's not a combat move; it's a basic move. So with the way that combat works is after 1 round, you as the player kind of get to choose: do I want to continue with the combat, or do I want to kind of step outside of the combat and do something? So you can definitely use assess the situation, and then he more than likely will probably re-engage you in combat. So, but yes, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, so So for punch where it matters, do I get to also try and land a hit on him, or is it just I roll to see if I can ask that question? Like
what is punch?
When you assess a situation, you can always ask who or what here is most vulnerable to me, even on a miss. Remember to take +1 ongoing to act in accordance with the answer.
Oh, okay. So basically, I would give you an answer as to what it is that's most vulnerable in this given situation, which would be this combat exchange. So I would tell you how he is vulnerable or something around you is vulnerable that you could use against him, and then you would gain a +1 to whatever rolls that you do moving forward while acting in accordance to using that weakness or whatever the case.
Okay. So I want to roll for a punch where it matters.
Okay, sounds good.
So do I need to ask the question first?
Sure.
What body part of this, what's his name?
Jinfu.
What body part of Jinfu or what area of his body do I need to aim for that he's not able to block very well?
Okay.
Roll, please, be better than a 2. 9.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Wait, I don't roll with anything, so that's...
Well, yeah, because you would do assess the situation, so...
Right. Assess the situation...
Which is creativity.
creativity, so it's a 10.
Okay, perfect. So on a 10 plus, you get to ask 2 questions. I'm not sure how punch changes based on that. So you would ask that, and you could ask 2 other questions from the list on assess the situation.
Okay. But so as for Jinfu's...
Yes. So on his body, he likes to keep his hands high. This is stuff that you've learned from, kind of watching his fights and stuff like that, especially because you've been a fighter in this ring, and you have, you've seen him practice, and you've seen him spar and things like that. You know that he likes to block high. He keeps his head good. But you know 2 other things about him. Obviously, because he blocks high, his lower, kind of midsection, potentially even his legs are actually more vulnerable. And you also know that he has a drinking problem. And because of that, he has a bruised liver.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right.
Something that you've noticed, in the locker room, getting ready, and you've seen him go oh, gosh, holds his kind of lower stomach in that area.
Gotcha. And do I get to ask my other questions now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Can I alter the questions at all, or does it have to be the exact question?
Yeah, no, you can definitely, if it's more, as long as it's the basic gist of the question, you can definitely kind of re-edit it to fit the situation a little bit better.
Okay, so in this case, I'm going to ask, in the vein of what should I be looking for, what moves does he like to do that would free up a liver shot?
Okay, let's see. He has 2 specialties that he does. And one of them, it's not coming to you right away in the moment, in the fight. Things are kind of hectic in your brain trying to think of how to hit him. But one thing you do remember is he likes to jut rocks out of the ground. And he does that with his arms. It's a very arm-heavy Earthbender move to shoot these columns out of the ground. Usually to sort of pin in his opponent to a specific area so that he can, physically get in close and start punching him.
Mm-hmm. What's my best way to gain an advantage in this fight?
Okay. Again, from your watching his fighting and things along those lines, you know that he likes to get up close. That's kind of where he succeeds. He gets up close, he bends some rocks, he bends the ground below his opponent, but these are all moves that he has to do while he's close up. He can't do these from far away. So being further away from him would give you the advantage.
Okay.
So you have a +1 ongoing in anything that you use or do that's based off of those answers to those questions.
Cool.
So, cool. Awesome. He is going to take his turn. He is actually going to use a evade and observe.
Okay.
And he is doing ground shift. So he twists, he stomps on the ground, taking a special stance, and he twists his foot in the ground, and what it does is it causes the ground beneath you to shift, turns into kind of a sandy substance, and starts to pull you down.
Looks like Brock is artichoking out there.
What it says is ground shift. Twist the ground itself to displace or unbalance foes. Target an individual foe or an area. All affected foes become impaired for an exchange, or stunned if they are already impaired. So you are now impaired. So you are slowed or off balance. You can mark 1 fatigue or take a -2 to all physical actions. And this is just for 1 exchange, it said.
For just 1 exchange?
So that'd be 1 round.
So if I roll a 10, it's really an 8?
Yes.
Okay. But it would really be a 9 because I get +1.
True.
So
if it's with you acting within, yeah.
Right. So my legs are being pulled under like a quicksand? Alright, so feet are going into quicksand. And I've not marked any fatigue on him or myself here. Okay, so I'm going to try and use seize a position.
Okay.
I'm going to try and just push down on this quicksand and just try and conjure up some columns from underneath there, put myself up on a platform, and hop off to the side.
Okay, sounds good. He's going to advance and attack, so he'll be going after you.
10.
10, nice. Okay.
Wait, but that's really an 8, though.
Yes, correct. But you're also trying to get away, so it would be a 9.
9.
But a 7 to 9 is all the same, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But for a 7 to 9, you use 1 basic or master technique.
1 basic or master technique. All right. I'm going to seize a position.
Okay, sounds good. And that's where you're going to kick in this concept where you are lifting yourself up on a giant column of rock, lifting yourself high above the air. How high would you say that you've gone?
I'm going to just go a few feet, and then I'm going to hop off to the side to where I'm still within striking distance from a good distance, but I'm saying probably about 5 feet away from him.
Okay, so you're like on the back end of this small column that you've created.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how wide would you say it is?
This column is probably, it's just wide enough for me to stand.
Okay. So you basically just lifted yourself above him. Okay.
Yep, out of the quicksand or whatever it is.
Sounds good. Okay, he is advancing attacking. He is going to, seeing that you have created this giant rock column, he is going to do a smash. He marks 1 fatigue, and he destroys or destabilizes something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative status. He is going to smash your column that you've just created.
Like a big salad, broccoli is getting tossed around the ring.
I don't really want to say that it would do any kind of a status effect, given what's listed on here. I don't think it would cause anything to you. But you're kind of like pushed either backwards or kind of just forced to jump off at this point of this column.
Okay.
But positive side is he used his attack to hit your column instead of hitting you. So
yeah,
that's a bonus.
All right. So I'll jump off the platform as he's smashing it.
Yep.
And I want to advance an attack, and I want to use my earth sinking. Sink a foe into the earth itself. Mark 2 fatigue to trap an enemy standing on the ground in the earth, and they become trapped.
Okay. He also is going to use an advance and attack. But I believe the player always goes first, so you go ahead. And you just have to roll for it.
Yeah, true. Oh, 6.
6, so that's going to be just shy.
And, oh wait, what do I roll with for advance and attack? But, do I get that +1?
And I guess this is attacking him lower, so I'll give you the +1.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the ultimate plan, I don't know if am I allowed to tell you the ultimate plan? Because that might give you ways to...
No, don't tell me.
Okay.
I'll just react.
All right,
so you've trapped him in the ground.
Yes, his legs are trapped in the ground.
Okay, sounds good. He is going to mark a condition to escape. He's going to mark angry.
-2 to guide and comfort and assess the situation.
But he is not trapped in the ground.
Okay. So given my punch where it matters when I assess the situation, so I need to say I'm rolling for assess the situation if I'm asking and that's my turn.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna try and advance an attack. So I want to use my Earth Gauntlet. Wrap your arm or fist and strike. Mark 1 fatigue. I inflict 1 condition or 2 fatigue. You can also knock your foe out of reach and disengage. They must mark an additional fatigue to resist. I want to wrap up my left arm and just try and go in close, get all that torque,
okay,
and then try and go for that liver shot. So I get that +1.
Yep.
Along with this Earth Gauntlet. And I really hope I don't roll bad.
And what does the Earth Gauntlet fall under?
Advance and attack.
Oh, okay.
It is one of my fighting techniques. Jeez, I rolled a 4.
Oh, no. So it'd be a 5 with a +1.
Well, no, it was a 3 with the +1, and it turned into a 4.
No. So you go to swing at him, and he easily just kind of sidesteps and dodges out of the way. Your punch goes by him.
And now I'm in close combat with him.
Lee seems to be letting his gourd down.
He sidesteps, and he too does an advance and attack. This time, he stomps into the ground, creating an earth column in front of you that blocks you in. So basically, pin a foe with a column of earth, inflict impaired on a single combatant, which I believe you had before.
Yeah, but that was just for 1 turn.
Right. This one is ongoing until you do something to, get past it.
Okay, so I'm going to use seize a position, move to a new location, overcome a negative status or danger.
Seems to be another thing. Yeah, you'll roll for it.
Please be better than a 3. 8.
8? Okay. So yeah, you're able to do that. You seize a position, so you're able to move to a new location. I assume you wiggle kind of out of your the earth column pinning you down, or pinning you in place rather, and you manage to move out of the way. Where are you moving to?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try and get back in close combat with him. That's all I can. I can really only inflict damage while I'm in close quarters.
Okay. He was actually already planning on doing an advance and attack.
Great.
He was gonna make another rock column.
Sick.
I need to announce this stuff. So you managed to wiggle out of this rock column, only to be greeted by a follow-up rock column. His comes shooting out at you.
Brock Lee is everything but unbeatable.
What does steal yourself for their blows mean? Under retaliate. Each time a flow inflicts fatigue, a condition, or shifts your balance in this exchange, inflict 1 fatigue on that.
So you're kind of like readying yourself for their attacks to, what do they call that? Bill has a technique that's a good word for it. Sort of like parry the blow. So you like block and hit.
Mm-hmm.
Still technically taking it, but at least you're inflicting something back on them.
Yeah, and I can't exactly do that while I'm pinned under a column.
Right.
So I guess really my only option is to seize another position. Well, seize position it is.
All right, sounds good.
9.
9, nice. So
Another advance and attack.
did you already add the +1 to it?
No, so that's a 10.
Okay. So now you can choose one of the options from the list. You can mark a fatigue to use a learned technique. You can use one practice technique, or you can use 2 basic or master techniques. So since you are doing defend and maneuver, you have the option to, for instance, do 2 basic techniques that would fall under that, or if you have a technique of your own that you'd like to use that falls under that, you could do that as well.
So 2 basic defend and maneuver, or 1 learned defend and maneuver?
Correct.
Okay, well I don't have a learned defend and maneuver, so I'm going to need to use a basic defend and maneuver. Gotcha. So first I'll seize position to get out from under that column.
Okay.
And then, could I use it again to get another advantageous position? Can I use the same move twice?
I don't personally have a problem with that, and someone did it earlier, so I don't see why not.
Cool. So I will seize a second position. This time I'm going to try and I'm going to get behind him.
Okay, so you like leap behind him. He actually was going to go and create another column, but you dodged out from under it, so nothing. It just. And then he goes, "Ha ha ha! I got you!" And he walks over to it, only to find you're not there. And now he looks behind him to see that you're behind him now.
All right, Earth Gauntlet.
The thing where the guy goes, "Nani?"
Nani? Earth Gauntlet it is.
All right,
Let's wrap up that left hand and go for another liver shot. Let's do it.
another liver shot.
So I get the +1. All right.
What does that fall under?
Advance and attack.
Advance.
So since it falls under advance and attack, do I get the +1 for passion?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So with my +2, it's a 5.
Oof. That is going to be a miss.
This Earth Gauntlet sucks.
Brock Lee doesn't seem to care at all about his opponent.
He spins around and he just does a simple strike. He's not doing anything special. So it's strike a foe in reach, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift their balance away from center. Your choice.
My choice or your choice?
It would be your choice. I can mark 1 fatigue instead to choose to hammer them with blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue. Or strike where they're weak, inflicting a position or condition. And he is going to mark 1 fatigue to cause you to mark 2.
All right. Things ain't looking good for old Brock Lee here.
Oh, no.
All right. Well,
He says, "Oh, you thought you could get behind me?" He's doing that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And from the audience, you just hear, "Oh my gosh!"
all right. Well, fight ain't over. Fight ain't over.
It's not over yet.
You know what?
I ain't heard no bell.
I hear no bell. One more time, Earth Gauntlet. Let's do this. We're still in advance and attacking.
Oh, okay.
Earth
He's doing
Gauntlet.
the same thing.
I got the +2. Oh yeah. So that's an 11, baby.
Oh, okay.
Liver shot, Liver King.
Awesome.
So I wrap up the old my old lefty in that earth. He's doing those blows. He goes for the headshot. Duck under.
Oh.
Just kapow.
Oh, right in the side.
Right in the liver.
All right, what does it do?
Inflict 1 condition or 2 fatigue. You can also knock your foe out of reach and disengage. So since it says I can also do that, can I have a mark 2 fatigue and have him out, or can I keep him in close proximity and still have the 2 fatigue marked?
You can have him in close proximity.
Okay, so I will have the other guy mark 2 fatigue.
Alright, as you come up, you punch him right in the side. He groans, and then he turns back to you. You guys are like right in front of each other. Everybody's going... They're going nuts because, like, most of the time you see people just hucking rocks back and forth at each other, and, like, that's cool and stuff. But you guys are, like, right up on top of each other, throwing punches. Couple of big, muscular dudes just beating the crap out of each other. He turns around to also throw another strike, and he just goes in to punch you. He can, so strike a foe, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift their balance. We kind of already went through this already. And he is going to mark a final fatigue to hit you or require you to mark 2 fatigue.
Well, then I'm done. That's all my fatigues.
And with that, you get slammed right in the jaw, and you go down, you fall to the ground.
Everyone remain calm. The boy is still alive.
While Jin Fu stands above you, just breathing heavily. He's looking pretty beat up and scuffed up. And above the stadium, you just hear...
Lettuce, applaud Broccoli's attempts as he's taken out of the ring.
And as your eyes start to close and the darkness starts to overtake you, you hear Jin Fu say something along the lines of, "And next time, when we fight, I'll do it drunk, just to show I can." And with that, your vision fades to black.
Ugh! Get up, you lazy brute.
Yeah.
You get back to work, or else you and your family will go without rations for the day.
It's okay, son. Come now, let me help you up.
And don't let me catch you laying around again, or you'll get worse than just my boot.
Are you all right, my son? You'll be all right, son. We'll finish our work today, get our rations tonight, and feel well rested in the morning.
Yeah, so we can continue to slave away for the Fire Nation.
I know it's hard, son. But keep your head up. Someday the Avatar will save us from their tyranny. We'll start a new home, and we'll get back to cabbage farming.
Well, the Avatar better hurry up. I don't know how much longer I can watch Mom and the girls suffer here in the slave camp.
I know, son. When the Avatar saves us, he or she better let me get a couple of good swings at these guards. Especially that high and mighty Wang Long. I'll show him a thing or two if we were put on equal grounds.
I know you would, Dad.
Well, you could for sure take him. You've really grown into a mountain of a man, my son. I have no idea where you got that from. Not from your mom or I, that's for sure.
Well, when you grow up in a work camp where every day you slave away like this... Sorry, Dad, I know there wasn't anything you could really do.
It's okay, son. I wish I was a stronger man. Someone that could stand up to these bullies and whisk you and your mom and your sisters away from all of this.
Attention workers, you have 1 hour to get and eat your afternoon rations. Please make your way in orderly fashion to the mess hall.
Let's go get some food, son.
Well, it's Sleepy Lee and his daddy dearest. I thought I told you two that you weren't going to get dinner rations today.
Well, actually, Mr. Long, you said that if my son didn't get up, he wouldn't... Oh!
When you refer to me, you'll refer to me as General Long. And that's only if I allow you to speak in the first place.
Yes, of course, General Long. Oh!
Did I not just say you speak only when I allow you to?
Don't lay your hand on my father again.
Oh? What will you do about it?
Yeah.
How dare you touch me, peasant? Guards, take this boy to a holding cell. A few days without his daddy will help him learn some respect.
Brock, please don't take my son. Please, take me instead. Brock!
Brock! Brock! Brock!
Brock! Hey, Brock! Come on, kid. I've got to get home to the missus. There he is. See, I told them you knew how to take a hit. Now sit on up. I need you to sign for the cash.
Huh?
The money for getting the snot beat out of you. I threw in a few extra yuan. Seems the audience enjoys you getting beat up every night. I don't know what you need this money for, but you must be desperate, that is for sure.
There you go. Where's my money?
Here you go. Although nobody better ask to see this signature. The heck does it even say? I can barely make out legible letters even.
Well, hi there. Welcome to the delivery station. What can I do for you?
I need to have this sent to my family in Bossing Say.
Sure thing. You got an address?
Yeah, it's right here.
Let's see. 2125 Spindley Street, Outer Ring, Bossing Say. All right, you're good to go, sir. Say, do you look a bit familiar? Oh, I know. You're that new kid who got your butt handed to you at the Earth Rumble the other night. Yeah, you sure did take a beating. Say, you going to be fighting again anytime soon? I sure need a thing to bet against.
Yeah, every night.
Ah, Brock, you're back. I was starting to get worried and... Oh my! What happened to you? Did you get mugged?
No, I didn't get mugged.
Well, what happened then?
Just out working.
Give me just a moment. Yeah, drink this.
What is it?
It's black rooibos tea with essence of green ginger bulb. It's very good for soothing pain and relaxing the muscles.
Huh. Well, thanks.
Of course. You know, if you need to take the day off tomorrow, that's completely okay with me.
No, it's fine. I'll be up and at 'em in the morning.
Well, if you change your mind. By the way, there's a big fight tomorrow at Earth Rumble Stadium. I was planning on getting tickets if you'd be interested in joining me.
Oh, I'm not really into that sort of thing.
Suit yourself. Be sure to get some rest and let me know if you need a cold rag for those bruises.
No need. I'll just head up to my room and sleep it off.
Hey, wake up.
What? Who's that?
Over here, in the cell across from you.
What do you want?
Your name. Mine's Sora.
Mine's Brock. I was sleeping.
Yeah, sorry. I was bored.
You woke me up because you were bored? That seems kind of rude.
Maybe. Hey, you want to get out of here, right?
What? What kind of question is that?
Well, you'd be kind of surprised at how many people are willing to just work, eat, and sleep in this camp. It's like they don't even know they're captives.
Yeah, well, it's not like we wouldn't rather be free.
You'd be amazed at the people that just chose to become subservient. They accept their situation rather than fight their oppressors.
And why would they do that? What causes that sort of thought?
Hopelessness.
Well, you won't catch me accepting this.
I found that those that end up down here in these cells often aren't the type to take things lying down.
You see a lot of Fire Nation prison cells?
I'm working my way through all of them.
What do you mean?
You seem like someone I can trust. I'm a member of an organization, a secret organization. One intent on giving hope to people like you who are stuck in places like this and remind the Fire Nation of who it is they're dealing with.
Are you the Avatar?
What?
No.
Are you some sort of special agent for the Earth King then?
No. I'm a member of the Rescue Team Squadron.
The what?
Rescue Team Squadron. You've never heard of us?
Well, we don't get a lot of news from the outside in here, especially of a secret organization.
Fair point.
Also, isn't team and squadron kind of redundant?
Shut up. It sounded cool, okay?
All right, my bad.
Anyways, if you're ready, it's time for me to go. And I sure could use your help if you're interested in busting everyone out of this camp.
Right now?
Duh. I'm good at getting out of these cells, but that doesn't mean I want to stay in them.
Yeah, but how the heck do you plan to do that?
Check this out.
Did you just...
Quiet! I need a lot of concentration for this. Phew. There you go. Now follow me.
I mean, yeah. Whoa, who are...
Shh! These are the rescue team squadron. Well, some of them. They're part of the extraction team, just like me. Come on. We gotta get under the prisoner barracks and save everyone else.
Okay.
Ooh, another hit on Brock!
All right, both opponents, please head back to your corner of the ring for the halftime break. We sure know Brock could use it.
Brock!
Huh?
It's me.
Mr. Ocaron? What are you doing here?
Oh, I said I was buying tickets to the fight tonight, didn't I?
I had hoped you were joking.
Why would you say that? Of course I wouldn't miss the chance to watch you fight. Although, it is a bit difficult to see you taking so many hits.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
May I ask, if it's not too personal, why do you do it?
Do what?
This. The fighting, the hits you take, getting knocked down every night.
Well, it's not like I'm not trying.
If I might share a theory, I feel like you're allowing yourself to go down. Perhaps punishing yourself for something? Maybe for a time when you feel like you didn't have the strength to make a difference? And you feel responsible for what came out of it.
Prince! Prince! Oh no, he's still in the house.
You cannot become subservient to the memories that oppress you. You must break free from them. Realize that there are things outside of your control, but fight against what seeks to hold you back, because that is something you do have control over. Remember, Brock, you have the power to determine where your future takes you. You have the ability to replace that which was lost in the past by paving a better future for yourself and those around you.
Thanks, Mr. Ocaron.
It's time for the fight to begin! Opponents, ready yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, stop. It's time. Take up. You.
Me?
You know these people. Your voice can far better represent the sound of freedom they need to hear.
He means that it's probably quicker if you tell them it's time to escape than if some stranger does.
Yeah. Everyone, quickly, it's time to escape.
Brock? What's going on?
I met somebody, Dad. Her name is Sora, and she was in the cells with me. She's part of an organization that rescues people like us from the Fire Nation work camps.
But Brock, it's far too dangerous. What if the soldiers catch us escaping? They'd kill us all.
Well, that sounds a lot better than dying here in captivity, doesn't it? You said yourself you wished there was a way to get Mom and the girls away from this, didn't you? You said you wanted someone to stand up to the bullies. Well, no one is coming to save us, Dad. It's time for us to save ourselves.
You're right, son. There's no point in sitting around waiting for others to change our lives. We're going to do it ourselves. Come on, everyone. No time to grab your things. Not that the Fire Nation gave us much anyways. Let's get out of here. I'm so proud of you, son.
Thanks, Dad.
What is all the commotion I hear and what's going on here?
Brock, he'll sound the alarm.
No, he won't.
Putting a wall between me and the door, eh? No worries. I've been meaning to teach you a lesson one-on-one anyways.
It's not gonna matter. The prisoners will escape anyway.
Oh, I will hunt each and every one of you down to the ends of the earth if I have to.
Yeah, Brock!
And Brock takes another hit.
That's it.
Ooh, another hit on Brock. I have a feeling he can't take much more of this. But boy, what a show!
Remember, Brock, you have the power to determine where your future takes you. Quick, Brock, he's down. We need to leave.
Yeah, we've got to go.
Don't worry, son. I've got you.
No.
Ooh, in a turn of events, Brock has taken down his opponent. Who could have seen that coming? I don't know where that came from, kid, but color me impressed. Here's your cash for winning. It's a lot more than losing, that's for sure. But hey, you deserve it. You made me a lot of money tonight.
Brock, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. It hurts a lot less when you win.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Now let's get you back home so you can get some rest.
Sure, but can we stop at the delivery station on the way?
Well, sure, but what for?
I need to send my winnings back home to my family. I want them to be proud of me too.
Of course, my friend. Of course.
You did really well back there. You just have to learn when it's time to fight and when to fight.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out someday, though.
Your family will be safe here. We bring a lot of Earthbenders with nowhere to go to this refugee camp. They'll have everything they need until we're able to move them to the outer ring of Ba Sing Se.
Sora?
What?
Seriously, I appreciate you busting us out of here.
You were part of it too. Think yourself. And once you do figure things out, there's always a place for you in the rescue team squadron.
Not until they change that stupid name.
Excuse me?
But in all seriousness, I'm gonna head off on my own for a bit. Set things up so my family is well taken care of. Dad doesn't know much but farming, and he can't do that from here. So, until they're back to harvesting crops like the good old days, I gotta make sure that they're supplied for.
You're a good son, Brock. But where will that take you?
I'm not completely sure, but there's a traveling tea guy in the camp that said he's going to some city called Guaoling, where he's got a tea shop. So he says he's got some other kids my age that work there, and one of the other soldiers say they have this awesome fighting ring there. Sounds like a good opportunity to make a living and maybe learn to fight at the same time.
Sounds like a good setup to me.
What about you?
My passion lies with the squad. I'm gonna keep on busting Earthbenders out of prison camps while busting some firebenders up in the process.
Sounds like a dream come true. Don't get yourself killed out there without changing that stupid name, okay?
I promise. So long as you don't get beat to dust in that fighting ring.
Oh, I'm gonna be wiping the floor with those other guys.
Thank you so much for listening to our show. Of course, don't forget to follow or subscribe to our podcast through whatever podcast site that you're using, such as iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and others. Additionally, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just look for the social media icons. Following us on social media gives you access to all news, announcements, and of course new episodes as they are released. You can check out our website, bendersandbrews.com, which will feature all of our episodes as well as news, announcements, and even cool character and player profiles. It's a great hub of information for the Benders and Brews podcast. And finally, we would be truly humbled if you would be willing to take the time to leave us a review if your podcast site allows you to do so, such as on iTunes. Or, in the case of YouTube, you can hit the like and subscribe button and drop us a comment. Tell us about what you thought about our podcast episodes. It sure would mean a lot to us. Avatar Legends is a tabletop role-playing game created by Magpie Games. Nickelodeon, Avatar, and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademarks of Viacom International Inc., all rights reserved. I also want to thank the following artists who you can find on Fiverr for their amazing creative work on this podcast. Character art was done by alessiopapadraw. Background art by Kennicchi. Music by Joe Timms 215. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.